man sort of like almost like pushes or gives the shorter guy a clip around the ear, and they turn and start walking towards the saggy mermaid, towards that. They're not the only people in the street. There are other people around. So if you make any, you'll probably find walking. But if you're running, it'll take a little bit more. You'll get a little bit less because you'll be weaving out of each other. So they turn this way, and I presume, Bartleby, you're then going to give the signal.
Yeah, and I want to make sure that the kids are at least paying attention so they see which people that I'm trying to point out.
Yeah, and you sort of like point, and they sort of like
and scratch my nose very obviously at them.
Yeah, and they sort of like, as if they're children about to start the 100-meter dash, but not down on blocks. They're sort of like this, sort of like with one hand up, ready to do. And they keep looking at you and say, now.
Yes,
now. Yeah, and the urchins come running out, and one of them, they sort of like push by the in between the guy, the urchin in the front, which is Mick. Sort of like goes, Mister, give me some coin. I'm dying. I'm wasting away. I've got tuberculosis, and my stomach is as empty as a cavernous waste. And as he's doing these, and the person, the captain, sort of like, when he says tuberculosis, the captain sort of like takes a step back and looks at the other guy, and the guy, he sort of like says, he signals to this child in front, and the guy sort of like moves towards him, and at that point, just as he moves towards it, the perfect opportunity, because both people are focusing on the guy, Mickey, in the front. Flynn and Hazra and Bartleby, you both see this. Flynn reaches out to take the captain's purse. Right, just so you know, Mr. Bartleby, their sleight of hand, they actually do have the professional skill, because they are professional pickpockets, and that's what you paid for. And so they understand that if it's successful, then he will take the purse, and he will do it in such a way that the captain feels it and then turn around. So their actual pickpocketing skill is 78%. So all you need to do, Mr. Bartleby, is roll your percentile dice, and we need 78% or less.
Sorry about that. Could I have sent out a warning or made a thought that Gulliver does know that the kids have been sprung?
Yes, yeah, so? That's absolutely fine. You can probably do that, and then roll your 1d100. Oh yeah, and we're perfect. The urchins definitely know their trade, and you see Finn pull it out, and he's sort of like, he's down to one side, and he reaches out and he looks at you, Bartleby, and says, oh, look at this, see what I'm doing? And he sort of like puts his hand round the pouch, still holding on, and he's still smiling, and then he goes like this, as if to say, whoops, and he tugs it really hard. And normally he would just pull it out because it's sort of like, but he's just sort of like goes chung like that, and he tugs it so hard that the captain sort of like gets tucked, and Finn sort of like takes a step back, and so, sorry mister, I didn't mean to steal your purse, and he's obviously saying it really loudly. And at that point, the other guard, the mate, turns round, and at that precise moment, Mickey from the front pushes the captain to one side as he sort of like bolts through. So could you make for me, please, roll a percentile dice, Bartleby. Mickey's brawn is 27.
Oh, 27. Here's a D100.
Yeah. and he actually pushes
I got the best thieves ever.
pushes the person out the way, and he sort of like stumbles. I'm just going to. His athletics is 23, and I roll a 49, and the captain sort of like tumbles to the ground as this both the urchins are there, and the mate sort of like looks around, and the Finn turns around and sort of like waves the purse at both and says, "Bet you can't catch us," and turn round and start running past you. The mate goes to pick up the captain, but the captain says, "Get after them," as he's sort of like getting to his feet. He doesn't seem injured, but he is coming to his feet. The urchins run past you, Bartleby, going like this as they sort of like run past. And you notice at one point they're almost like doing a slow motion run. Because they can't see the people following them, and they sort of like get to here past you and slightly delayed. And Hazra, you can tell me when you want to move. They are now on their feet, and they sort of like slow down and look behind because they can't see if anybody's following, and then they come around the corner and they go, "Oh no, we have your purse!" And they start then belting for the alleyway. Hazra, what's your plan?
Once the two shipmen go into the alleyway, so they disappear from my view, I will then move behind.
Okay, are you following them into the alleyway? Is that?
Oh yes.
Yeah, got you. Okay then, so the urchins run past doing their fake run and speeding up and slowing down, and as they pass you, the captain says, "You could have stopped them, you stupid ponce," like this, as they sort of like keep going. You sort of go, I'm sorry, I am but a person of the cloth. And the urchins get to here with the people in hot pursuit, and then they get to this point and they turn around and say, "Quick, let's go down this alley," like this, and they come heading down the alley. Is Hengist and Gulliver?
So as soon as Bartleby has told Gulliver that the trap is about to be sprung,
yeah,
he's going to drop his telepathy spell, so he's not concentrating on that, and he's almost going to. He says to Hengist, "Get ready, Hengist."
Hengist will.
They're about to come round. And with that, I then want to start preparing another spell to cast.
Okay.
So on that, Hengist will say, "Thank you for letting me know, Gulliver," and then he'll draw his sword and be ready with his shield on his arm, ready to let the urchins run past him, and then he's going to close the alleyway off, so stand in the middle of the alleyway and get ready to let the pirates come in.
Yeah, so I need to know the spell that I need to know how long it is as well, Gulliver.
So that's the spell that I'm going to be casting. I'm going to be casting Holdfast
on two targets. So just to let you know, Gulliver can do this like a sorcerer. He can do more opponents. He can weave spells together and anything like that. So that'll take you 3 turns.
18 seconds.
Say again, sorry.
18 seconds, is it? 3 turns?
No, because a combat round, isn't it the round that is 6 seconds?
All right. So, but he's going to.
It'll take you 6, because you do 3 actions per round, can't you?
It's going to take him 6 seconds, but then he's going to be holding it.
Yeah, and so you're
going to release it.
Yeah.
And his thing is he wants to cast it on when they come round. He wants to cast it on their boots or whatever to try to adhere it onto the surface.
Yeah. So I'm presuming that you've say again, sorry.
Endurance resist.
Yeah. I'm assuming that somebody informed the urchins of the plan, and when they came around the corner, Hengist would be there with his sword and shield out, and they sort of like come round and they sort of like see him there, and they carry on running it, and you think they're going to knock into you, but at the last moment they sort of like go down on the floor and they just slide. And they go just straight through in between your legs and come out the other side. And then I'm presuming that they're going to come down here and just wait on these steps. They seem to be very pleased with themselves, Hengist, because as they come round, and you see this as well, Gulliver, they're sort of like got this coin person going and say, we got it, like that. As
they take Hengist's shield.
Yeah, and they take his as they go underneath the legs as well. And then as they come round here, and they actually run into the alleyway like that. Hazra, you'll see them going in, and they the mate's in front, and they come straight round, and they literally run round the corner and then see you. Remember, it's quite dark in here, so all of a sudden maybe a light of the moon comes out and glints off your armor, or somebody opens a window and a candle light shines out, and it's like, what's all this noise, like this, and they come flying around the corridor. So first things first, Gulliver, let's get your spell off.
Yeah, so Gulliver wants to make sure that they're fully round the corridor.
I'm just getting to your. Hang on, I'm just getting to your sheet. Thank you. I have a sheet for you all. 101 ways to kill your character off.
Okay, so as they come round, Gulliver's going to release his spell of.
Yeah, cool.
So. They come round and they'll almost like see him at the back, and he has his hand up, and within it is sort of like a ball of spinning water, and as they come round he almost like throws it, but as he throws it disappears, and round their feet water appears.
Cool.
Almost like instantly freezes and then disappears.
Nice. So do your invocation roll, because I don't need to make any resist unless it. Yeah, 25, and so mine's an opposed.
I'm going to use a point of luck, please,
and reverse it.
Swap those round.
Yeah. So just for people watching this stream, if it's an opposed roll, then the person who's got the highest roll wins. So if I had got 30, I would have won the roll. So Gulliver swapped them over, so the roll is now 52, which means that the score is higher. Okay then, so just to let you know who's first, and the mate is first, and he has an endurance of 46.
So unless he gets a crit.
He gets a 28, so he fails.
Swap those around.
He's failed, and the captain has a lower endurance. He has 34. I thought I had one that didn't do game master rolling, so you can actually see them, but and he gets an 82. So the mate tries to resist it, but doesn't. The other guy, he doesn't resist at all. He sort of like fails considerably, and you notice that they both screech to a halt, probably just out of your combat round, Hengist. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to ask, just to finish off this so we make initiatives, Hengist and Hazra, you can have your movement now, and Bartleby, you can have a move action as well.